Alright, so Trevor's over here, and Michael is down in South Los Santos, but I'm trying to get to East Los Santos because, let's face it, no one wants to go through Vespucci Beach, am I right? Right? Hey, Comic Impact, how's it going? Sheldon here, just boning up on my GTA 5 knowledge. Welcome to New Comics News Week for the week of October 2nd, 2013. I am Sheldon, your humble host, what I'm sure is to be the most talked about thing on the internet this week. There is no season finale, there is nothing bigger than this right here. You know what I'm talking about. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about some comics, folks. There's a ton of them, so I hope you have your little checklist out. First of all, we have from Image Comics, The Activity number 15 by Nathan Edmondson and Mitch Gerard. And look, if you like espionage, if you like Cloak and Dagger, if you like, high thrills and sort of, government secretive stuff, this is the book for you. From Image Comics, The Activity, put it on your list because it is 100% awesome. And I believe we said one of the best new books of a few years ago. So keep that in mind, folks. Big stuff. There's also, of course, an all-new XMen number 17, which is a continuation from Battle of the Atom. This is part 6. This is by Brian Michael Bendis, of course. We love Brian Michael Bendis here at Comic Impact, and everyone should really. But I digress. Stuart Emmerman is doing the artwork, and he's doing a great job, so pat on the back to you, Stuart. Continue it. We love this book. We love Brian Michael Bendis, and you should too, folks. Get on that. We also have Earth 2 number 16. This is not a point issue. You heard me right. It's a 16 solid. This is by James Robinson and Nicola Scott, and I am highly looking forward to this as I love the world of Earth 2 that it's building up. It's really, it's changed what the Golden Age meant for the DC characters of that. And I love the redesigns. I love the way they're doing it. Just top-notch stuff, DC. Keep that up. Then another Image book worms its way in, both on the list and in my heart. This is Elephant Man number 51 by Sir Richard Starkings. I've just knighted you. And Axel Madillon, and art cover by Mr. Boo Cook. This is the one you want to jump in on. 50 was great. They made it to 50 issues. Awesome. 51 just removed the 5, and it's really more like a number 1. So this is a great jumping on point for you who've never been on Elephant Man. I myself am one of you. I will be the first to admit I'm just starting to get into this book. That crafty Brit, Richard Starkings, has pulled me in. Every time I try to get out, he just pulled me back in. But I'll be in on this book. So you should check it out too. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss during the Pick of the Week podcast. Remember, because we do that too here at Comic Impact. All right. Then we have Forever Evil number 2 of 7, written by Jeff Johns with artwork by David Finch. Guys, we've been over inundated with villains. Now let's see what they do with the story. I love number 1, as you remember. I think Simon loved number 1. A lot of really great stuff going on. What has happened to the Justice League? Where is Batman? Where is Superman? We know they're not dead. That would be foolish of them to kill them off this soon. So my advice to you is check it out, folks. Forever Evil number 2 from DC Comics. We also have He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Personal favorite, close to my heart. This is number 6 by Keith Geffen and art by Popman. Popman. It's my new favorite superhero name. What can I say? The Horde is involved. And if you know the Horde, you know Hordak, and you know everybody else within He-Man. It's a personal favorite as me as a kid, and I kind of like the redesign of the costume for He-Man. It's kind of awesome. I like that they covered him up a little bit more because it gets my heart all pitter-patter when they don't. So it's good heart control for those of us who need that. Then we have Hunger number 3 from Marvel, and this is the Ultimate Universe, and this is 616 Galactus going into the Ultimate Universe, and his tummy is rumbly for honey or planets, and he eats them. There will be eating of planets going on. This is from Joshua Haley-Alcoff and Mr. Leonard Kirk, and they are killing it with this. This is kind of awesome. folks, with stuff going on in the Ultimate Universe, we don't really know what's going to happen, what the outcome will ultimately, see what I did there, be. But this book is a part of that, and this is number 3 of 4. So hold on to them britches, because it's going to get exciting real quick. We also have Mind the Gap, a lot of great Image books, so kudos Image, keep it up. From Jim McCann and Roden Escoja, I'm sure I absolutely killed your last name, but I've loved Mind the Gap all the same. The artwork is beautiful, the story has been beautiful, lots of wheels within wheels, and if you know me and I'm a Hickman fan, I love wheels within wheels, and Mind the Gap is doing it for me, so I thank you for that, Jim McCann. Keep it up, because it's amazing. This is part of, this is actually the conclusion to R.I. Peterson, so you newcomers, I'd say jump back a little bit, start reading, because this is the big conclusion to it. Great stuff. Again, Wheels Within Wheels. Then from Valiant Comics, we have 2 books. We have Shadow Man number 11, but the more important to me right now is Quantum and Woody number 4. Guys, this is the one. James Asmus has put the goat in Quantum and Woody. There's no actual, you can't spell goat with Quantum and Woody. I guess you could spell it without it, but not with it, so don't try. It's got a goat. Tom Fowler. Check it out. This is Quantum and Woody number 4. They keep rolling them out. We keep reading them here. Love Valiant, folks. Then we have The Star Wars number 2 by Dark Horse Comics, but written by J.W. Renzler and art artist. What is an artist? Mr. Mike Mayhew. No relation to Peter that I know of. I don't know. Check this out. As you remember, number 1 was a pick of the week on our podcast, which I just double sold 2 times. And it's great. Don't listen to what everyone's saying. You go in, read it, and see for yourself. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Then it's a great book. That's all that matters ultimately. And this has got some beautiful artwork. It's a different spin on Star Wars. It, of course, is the original script from George Lucas, which get you even more interested, because you're like, well, what did George really want? This is what he really wanted, folks. Had he had the money and time and the wherewithal, he would have been all over this. And Star Wars would have looked a lot different than the Star Wars that you and I are very familiar with at this point. And then last but certainly not least, from Vertigo Comics, Jeff Lemire doing everything on this book, with the exception, I think, the colors. This is Trillium number 3 of 8. This is a love story. It's a space-time story. It's timely wildly if you like the Doctor Who kind of stuff. Lots of crazy future and past meeting, loving and smooching, and then going away and crying about it, and aliens and Trillium being involved. You know what? Jeff Lemire, that should sell it on its own. Folks, that is it for me, Sheldon. I will see you not next week, but the week after. So be good, read your comics, support your books, go to your stores, go to your digital online retailers, and continue to follow your friends here at ComicImpact.com, both on Tumblr, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever comics are and people are talking about comics, there's one of us and one of you. So get out there and do it. I'm going to get back and try to figure out how I'm going to spend my time in Los Santos, because it's a big town. It's very large. That's it for me, folks.